So eating is one of those things that take a lot of people out of the game when it comes to trading, because they just find it hard to maintain. So here's a couple of things you can do to make the eating side of things be easy for you. First thing, if you, like me, love your chicken, the best thing I would advise you to do is stop going to the shop and buying packets of chicken breasts, because they're coming in like plastic trays. Start going to a butcher, because what butchers can do is they can cut up your meat into the sections that you want and even marinate it for you. So instead of you having to come home and cut up 2 kilos of chicken or something, go to a butcher, ask them, can you cut my chicken into cubes? Can you marinate it if they do have the option? And then portion it into 3 bags or 4 bags of 500 grams, for example. So that way, when you come home, all you have to do is literally either marinate it and cook it, or you can just cook it straight away instead of having to do the full process. This will save you so much time and effort during your day-to-day, and it makes eating a lot easier as well, because you don't have to put as much effort in. Everyone has a butcher around you. Just Google it, have a look around local butcher. You might have to pay a couple of extra quid, but it is very, very much worth it, because you're going to be consistently eating more food anyway. That is good for you, so it's literally a return on your own health. The next thing is an absolute cheat code which I've been abusing for like the last few years, and it is just buying wholemeal wraps from wherever shop you go to. Obviously wholemeal, I just prefer it just because I think it's easier digested, there's more fibres and all that good stuff, better for your stomach and gut. But wholemeal wraps, listen to this, right? There's 170 calories in one wholemeal wrap. These ones I get from Asda. It's got 28 grams of carbs and 5.5 grams of protein as well. So imagine if you're slapping 2 of those in, that's like what, an easy almost 400 calories coming up. You're getting 10 grams of protein and you're getting in 60 grams of carbs as well, and a cheeky around 6 grams of fat. So it's so easy to do as well, because you don't need to cook it, you don't need to, marinate, you don't need to prep it, you don't need to do anything. You can literally have whatever meal you have prepared and just slap in 2 wraps of it. So I even have egg burritos with these wraps sometimes. I have chicken with these wraps. I have beef quesadillas and beef wraps with these wraps. So it's just versatile and easy. And if you're struggling, having to cook pasta and rice and potatoes, get these wraps and just make it a consistent throughout your day-to-day basically. Another one is to have something called template meals. Like, we all know what templates are that you can just reuse and repeat. For example, if you got like a loadout on COD back in the day, you just save it as loadout 1. You want to have those loadouts preset, especially when it comes to your meals. For me, I have a loadout preset, and that's literally my first meal of the day is always eggs. I always have eggs and toast, or some form of eggs and some form of eggs with toast, because it just reduces that thinking. Now for me, I've just stopped that. It's bread and butter now. No matter what happens, I have eggs first thing. And when you do that for a couple of weeks, you'll just realise that it becomes easier. Now you're getting in, your first meal is just solid protein, good bit of carbs, and it's healthy to start off as well. And you can vary it. Sometimes I make scrambled, sometimes I make fried, sometimes I'll have boiled, but the eggs are just staple. Now if you find that your morning meal you want to vary, try do your evening meal. Make your template meal like chicken wraps at 7 PM or something. So make that your last meal and have that consistently. This is good because now if you're massive about varying your foods and you're bored about eating the same stuff, you can have that for like 2 meals, and then 1 meal is just consistent. So it saves you that time, so it saves you that energy of having to think. So it's a good tool to use in terms of managing your time and still making sure you're getting at least 1 good meal in throughout the day, no matter what happens. I recommend first meal just because it's easier, but like I said, it's up to you. And the last thing, you probably think I'm joking, but invest in an air fryer. It doesn't have to be the most expensive, like absolute animal one, but you can just be a nice 50, 60 quid one. Just get it done. You don't know how much easier it is going to be to cook your food, and not only that, it saves you time, less effort from your part, because you don't need to be sat there watching the food. It's just easy, and actually the food actually comes out better as well. I put food in the air fryer and honestly it has come out crispier, tastier, especially chicken thighs, chicken legs. It comes out crispier on the outside than it does if you put it in a pan. And for me, I don't want to sit there wasting my time. I'll take that back, it's not wasting time, but I don't have the time every day to be sat there looking for food, make sure it's cooking in the pan. I've got other stuff to do. So if you've got an air fryer, you can literally put your food in the air fryer, go about and do your own thing, and then come back and the food will be ready for you. It's just a time saver. So instead of wasting your money on dumb things, invest in one of these.